Hello? Okay. So no horchatas. Maybe. Hey my lovely YouTubers, it's me, Morgan Tracy J, coming today to talk to you all about the 21-day Daniel fast. I know I have not done a fasting video in quite a long time, but if you want to just know like tips on fasting or how to fast successfully, I will link a video in the description box below for you guys, just to kind of help you if you don't even know what fasting is. However, if you do know a little bit about fasting, then this video can really help you, because I recently finished a 21-day Daniel fast. I started it probably the second week in January. I really didn't tell anybody but family and like friends or like, people who need to know. But it was amazing, and I've never done a Daniel fast. I've done a lot of different fasts, but my fasts were like partial fast, water fasting, things like that, but never a Daniel fast, okay? And I completed it. Oh gosh, that was the big shocker, okay? Because I just felt like, ooh, it was sketchy, everything. But I completed it. So today I want to tell you some tips on how to Daniel fast and how to do it successfully, okay? So guys, the first thing I want to tell you is the Daniel fast comes from the book of Daniel. So if you feel the pull to a Daniel fast, first thing is read the book of Daniel. Because in the book of Daniel, there's two different fasts. There's one for 10 days, there's one for 21 days. I did the 21-day fast, and the Daniel fast is actually more strict than a vegan, than going vegan, okay? The Daniel fast is really challenging, guys. However, I did make a little bit of tweaks to it because I knew what I needed. So in the Daniel fast, all they ate were fruits and veggies and drank water, and that was it. However, for me, I definitely just drank water, had fruits and veggies, but towards the end of my fast, I ended up getting the flu and strep throat, so I had to actually start drinking some juice, okay? But I didn't go to meat, I didn't go to dairy, I didn't do any of that. But I will say, it was really hard at first, guys. The first week and the last week was the hardest by any means. I mean, so hard. I really struggled the first week with not, falling into temptation of eating this and eating that meat or eating that little snack. But I want to tell you, it really, really showed me how I have willpower, how I don't have to be subjected to eating crappy food. And the next thing also too, it showed me how to build my personal walk with God and to sometimes see that I can hoard food. Okay, let's be real, I can binge eat, and that's not good for me, okay? So something that I did add into my fast, first off, preparing my fast, I began to pray about it because I started to get ideas of it, and everything I would see was about fasting, and there were these churches that were fasting, and it was a Daniel fast. Everything was Daniel fasting. I've never done it. And so I began to do my research, but in the process, I began to pray to God about this fast. Because what I want to tell you is if God calls you to a fast, He puts just enough grace in that fast for you to complete it. I've known and experienced that from water fasting. So I began to pray to God about this fast. God, what is your desires for this fast? What is the breakthroughs? What is, is there something, am I supposed to fast, but also on someone else's behalf? So I just started to pray about those things. And probably within the first week, I had clarity on the fast. And then I finally got to prepare for the actual fast itself. So I probably knew I was going to fast at least a week and a half before I started, maybe 2 weeks. I think it was like 2 weeks. So I didn't just jump right into it because I know fast, it's easy to do that. But you want to prepare yourself, you want to prepare your spirit, and you want to prepare your schedule. When you fast, things that you were once doing is no longer in there. So if you were going to the shopping mall every week, if you were going and getting coffee with those girlfriends every Tuesday, when you fast, those things stop. And that challenged me a lot to make sure I wasn't spending money on unnecessary things, that I wasn't going out and doing random things that I had no business doing. On a fast, that is time for consecration. That's when you spend time with God. That's when your focus is God. Although you have your other responsibilities, when you're not doing that, there is no extracurricular activities. And I mean, when I was preparing for this, I was like, oh my gosh, no coffee shop with my sister, none of it. There was just a lot of things that I had to cut out, especially for 21 days. So I began to prepare. I began to write me a schedule. And so that preparation, I believe, is what allowed my fast also, to the grace of God, to be so successful. Because I prepared beforehand. I prayed beforehand. And then when I got into the fast, I already knew exactly what I was expecting from God, the things that I needed God to come through on, the areas in my life that I still needed God to work on through me. And so as I wrote those things down plain as day, Then as I began on my fast, I began to meditate daily, pray daily, read daily, all those things that you should definitely have in a fast. But one of the biggest things I learned is every evening I would sit down and document what I ate, as in like what I cooked for dinner. Like, I cooked this, it was okay, it tasted a little bland, but I would just be honest about how it was. But then I would do a full prayer journal on that day, and maybe the struggles, the goods, the bads, the uglies. I would do a full journal, and I did it from day 1 all the way to day 21 on how I felt. And some of those journal days showed me when I really was battling some things. And also, too, I got sick during the process. But during that sickness time, I really wanted to stop. I'm sure my family wanted me to stop too. But I kept going. And I want to tell you, I have been off the Daniel fast for 11 days now. And since I've been off that fast, I've still kept up a similar diet. I can't go back to eating the way I did. It's like the way I was eating was so unhealthy, and it was just, but God like blew my mind. Everything I asked for on my list, I got it. And I got it within the fast. I remember like when I got one of the really great things I wanted, I don't want to say what it is, but I wanted something so bad. And someone emailed me and was like, hey girl, we want to invite you over here to New York to go do this and all that. And that was something on my list. I wanted new speaking opportunities. I wanted opportunities to go out and share God's gospel, and I didn't expect New York. And then after that, it's just like they started to roll in. And it was something I fasted for. I prayed to God to have more of a heart. I fasted so I could have more of a heart to serve his people. And by like maybe the 2.5 week, I realized there were parts of my heart that was so softened towards women, towards people I didn't even know, like dogs, okay? So I want to say, like, trust when you fast that God will do it. And my Daniel fast has been over for 11 days now. But the things I learned in that fast, I'm still implementing today. Like, I'm not eating that crappy food. I'm not drinking those crappy drinks. I have not went back to meat nor dairy since then. And I just feel like I'm on a new personal journey. And it's all thanks to that 21-day Daniel fast. And so I'm so excited to just share this with you guys. And I'm sure I'll do another video that'll go more in detail. But truly, guys, if you are feeling called to fast, especially a Daniel fast, go for it. There's a 10-day one, there's a 21-day one. Honestly, in the beginning, I didn't know if I could make it 21 days. And so I said I was either going to go to 10 or 21. I didn't know. But I think before I started, or maybe by the first day, I knew in my heart God was calling me to make it through 21. Now, was it challenging? Yes. Did I struggle? Yes. In the beginning, I felt hungry all the time? Yes. But in the process of it, I learned that since I was eating healthier, I had to eat a little bit more than what I was used to. I couldn't just have a little small breakfast because I'm only eating fruits and veggies, okay? So, I had to learn to make those smoothies and things in that nature to help me stay fuller, but also, too, where I had full time to focus on my time with God. I think that was the biggest thing, is I learned to love the Father on a new level. I learned to be a little more intimate with God and to embrace that. And I had some really amazing personal encounters that filled up my heart. And so, yeah, I will tell you, if you are willing to go on a fast, tell God, and he will give you just enough grace to get through it, okay? He gives it to you. He supplies it for you. And trust that he's already made provision that you can get through this, and you will get to the other side in your breakthrough. I had asking for breakthroughs on financially, breakthroughs in my ministry, breakthroughs to the women that I do minister to through my ministry. I had fasted for all these different areas, and I've seen it come to life, okay, guys? So, sorry my dog keeps barking. I don't know what's out there, but he's barking. But I just want to say, I love you guys, and I pray you got blessed by this 21-day Daniel fast video. And I will do a little bit more speaking on fasting again, because it's really on my heart to share with you guys, all right? So drop a question down below what exactly you want to see out of a fasting video. Maybe recipes, maybe advice, maybe, certain things. Like, comment it down below what you're looking for so I can maybe help you with that possibly, okay? And there's a train? Really today? Okay. And the dog is barking at the train? Okay. But guys, I hope you got blessed by this video. I pray it uplifted and empowered you. I will see you in my next video. Bye.